We all know how important designs are when running a successful print-on-demand business, right? The biggest issue is what designs actually get sales and how can we make them? After all, we're not all designers, so do we give up? Hell no. Of course we don't give up. And I'm going to give you the best resource you've probably ever received. These same resources have helped students in my community create their first 100 designs and go on to get their first sales. I'm not kidding either. This is epic. I think it's important to realize why I'm putting so much emphasis on how important designs are over, let's say, the store, the branding, or the ads. And that's because every winning design is like getting a raise at your 9-to-5 job. You might be used to getting one raise a year. That's standard. But if you made 50 new designs a month and had one of them take off and do, let's just say, $5,000 in sales in the year, that means by the end of the year, you would have had 12 raises totaling $60,000. That's pretty unheard of in the corporate world. In this case, each winning design is like a raise to us. It's a strange concept, but it makes perfect sense and it really puts into perspective how valuable new designs and good designs actually are. Now, I use this exact method I'm about to tell you to come up with more than 10 ideas every single day. That's over 300 design ideas a month. So let's go over it because I have 5 incredible resources for each phase of design creation: research, phrase, placement, graphic, and font. This will be your ultimate design weapon. Unleashing this in your business will change everything for you. A good design starts with research, whether that's research on Etsy, on Amazon, Redbubble, Google, Creative Fabrica, it doesn't really matter. You want to research on all platforms you have available to you. For me, research is the main element here. It's the bit I spend the longest on, and I find it's the most important part. Simply put, bad research will result in bad designs, and good research will lead to good designs. More often than not, when I see someone's bad designs and I ask to see their process behind it, they share their research and it's usually screenshots of other pretty bad designs. So there's no surprises there. It's vital that the research that you are conducting is based on good performing designs. Now, we spend a good few hours going through all of those websites mentioned above, and I end up adding them to our dedicated design mood board that we've built ourselves, and you can have access to that as well. It looks like this. Now, the first resource is this: a curated list of over 1,400 incredible designs, bestsellers, and proven winners. This resource has 20 pre-researched niches in it, and whilst this isn't meant to replace the research that you should be doing, it gives you a head start and shows you what type of designs to be looking for. The idea behind this resource was to help train your eye so that you can quickly and easily find good design examples for your niche. This resource is the first piece of the puzzle. Just wait until you pair it with the other 4 resources. It's absolutely insane. Now, we've built you 4 more resources to really level up your game and aid in the research and creation stage of making designs. This is the second. Now, this is probably the biggest struggle for most, which is why we spent over a month making something to tackle this problem. Phrases. You know, the sentence that you see on print-on-demand designs. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're cheesy, but most of the time they're downright terrible. And we need to stop with the terrible ones. Funny and cheesy is okay, but we have to eradicate terrible phrases. And in order to help with this, we spent weeks and weeks researching the top-selling phrases, what worked, what didn't work, how many words they had, what kind of words they had, and we built our very own GPT, our AI tool, based on ChatGPT. We've taught it what to base its answers on and how to give you research results specific to print on demand. So, to help you with brain fog, you can easily use this absolutely epic AI tool to come up with endless t-shirt phrases. You don't need a ChatGPT subscription for this to work either. You simply start by putting your niche in and then let it do the rest. You can keep asking it for more ideas, and this has helped us make over 300 designs in a single month. an absolutely absurd number. But when you pair this resource with our next template, it becomes an absolute powerhouse of a pair. Having a bunch of phrases is cool, but now what? You have no idea what to do with them. How do we turn them into good designs fast? That leads me on to the next piece of the puzzle, the design templates. We created 100 researched and truly epic design templates. We did 100 because that's the go-to number of designs to kickstart your Shopify store, to give it a good shot of having some winning designs to base your next batch of designs on. And you can use your new library of phrases and combine them with these templates to ensure you're making designs that really have a chance of selling. These templates have been made based on some of the biggest and best designs out there, and a template on its own isn't copyrighted, so you can literally copy and paste these templates that I've made, plug in your own phrase and your own graphic, and you're golden, you're good to go. Even though it seems like we're done, there's still 2 more pieces of this puzzle. This next resource will uncover a huge challenge people have with their designs. So you have your research done, you have your phrases, you have your placement. Now you need a good font. And not just any font, fonts that go with your theme, with your niche, and the overall imagery of the design. This is why I created a list of fonts that we have personally used to generate tens of thousands of sales. Our students use these fonts with a lot of success, and they can all be downloaded under the same license, which also happens to be the cheapest place on the internet to get fonts. Fonts might not seem like a big deal, but getting it wrong can totally ruin your design. The entire messaging of your design changes when the font changes. Just like this, for example. You don't want to get the font wrong. Now, even though it seems like we're done, and to be honest, you already have a pretty solid foundation now for creating truly epic designs, we're not quite there yet. There's one more piece of this puzzle. The next resource will tie this all together and ensure you never, ever get stuck again. So let's become an unstoppable force. The one thing left between you and best-selling designs now is the graphic. And that is if you choose to have a graphic on your design. You might not be an artist, you might not want to pay expensive fees for designs or for a designer. Well, we've created something called a prompt matrix, and it basically takes anyone with whatever experience or skill you have and allows you to use AI effectively for print-on-demand designs. Most people think, oh, AI, anything it makes will be great. But actually, most of what AI produces would be terrible for print-on-demand. Like, actually terrible. And there's a huge skill in learning how to prompt and how to actually ask AI for the right thing. Now, we've taken all of that guesswork away with this prompt matrix. All you have to do is simply put in your niche, your styling, and various other things that we ask for, and it will give you a prompt that you can copy and paste in any AI tool, whether it's Midjourney, Ideogram, Mystic POD, literally any of them. It works with any of them, and it's pretty awesome. And now, with these 5 resources, you are fully covered from start to finish when it comes to creating designs. I haven't seen anything else out there like this, and I really think it's going to change people's print-on-demand businesses. Now, I know you're probably asking, how on earth are you getting access to these 5 resources? Well, let me tell you, you can get full access to all of them, plus tons more with the link down below. All these resources, plus hours and hours of training and content, plus personalized feedback on your specific designs, all for less than $1 a day. It's really insane. Yep, 95 cents a day. It's absolutely ridiculous value. The personalized feedback alone is a game changer and worth 10 times that. And I'd say these 5 resources are kind of just like the cherry on top. So the Design Hub, this is the community I'm talking about. It's a brand new community I've built to help people create best-selling designs. I've made it as affordable as possible. And when you factor in all the exclusive discounts you get when you're part of the community, it ends up being almost free. Discounts to places like Kittle, My Designs, Affinity Designer, Pretty Merch, and more that are going to be coming. It becomes a pretty epic deal altogether. And an epic place to hang out with like-minded people, join some live calls, Get involved. Take your business to a level you didn't even know possible. So the link is down below if you want to get involved. Let's change your print-on-demand business and build something absolutely amazing together.